Hey folks, my name's Ed Travers. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm an Anglican priest serving in the beautiful parish of Christchurch-Shelburne that sits on the ancestral and on the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Today I want to talk about the difference between hope and safety. I think I'm seeing a lot of people of faith in today's world gravitate to safety. They want to be safe. They want answers. They want to know why things are happening so that they can prevent it from ever happening again. They want to know who's responsible. They want to be able to blame somebody. They want to be able to blame something for their current situation, for what they see being wrong in the world. They want to be safe from trouble, safe from harm, safe from whatever it is that happens to be going on, safe from the things that they're afraid of, whatever those things may be. But for those of us in the church, for those of us who claim a Christian faith, Jesus never promises us safety. We've talked about this before. Jesus never promises us safety. As a matter of fact, he says, if you follow me, your life's going to be anything but safe. You're going to experience persecution, pain, suffering. People are going to hate you and revile you because of me. No, Jesus doesn't promise safety. Jesus promises hope. He offers us hope. Let me tell you a story. A story about two kids. Now, it's not going to be the perfect metaphor. I haven't found out a way of offering you the perfect metaphor yet, but this is a little story. It's about two kids on the beach. They're building sandcastles. One kid's name is Hope, the other kid's name is Safety. Now they both build wonderful, beautiful sandcastles. High, wide, broad, rich, lots of details. I mean, they worked on these castles as long as they possibly could. They've been out there all day. They love these things. These things are an expression of themselves, and they're an extension of their identity. This was their purpose today, and they did wonderful work. But, as we know happens at the beach, the tide begins to come in. Now, when Safety notices the tide is coming in, Safety does everything they can to keep the waters from crashing into the walls that they've constructed. And so they dig a huge trench all around their castle. They try to divert the water from one side to the other. They build another big, huge, massive wall to try to keep the water from pouring into their castle. Yet the tide, it just keeps moving forward. The tide just keeps moving forward. Hope, on the other hand, their castle's just as beautiful. And it means just as much to them. They recognize the situation. They recognize the situation. They recognize what they can and cannot do in this moment. So they watch. They watch the tide come in closer and closer and closer. They marvel at the power of the tide, the power of the ocean. They marvel at how it flows and how it moves, how it just does what it does without any sense of judgment or maliciousness. Safety looks over at Hope and becomes very, very agitated by Hope, very frustrated with Hope. Hope is just letting this happen. They're just letting this happen. They're letting the castle crumble. They're letting the tide wash away. They're not doing anything. How come they're not doing anything? And so Safety, they double down. They work even harder. They spend more and more and more energy. They become increasingly frustrated, angry, sad that what they spent all day working on was being systematically destroyed. Hope sees Safety. Hope sees safety doing their thing, and they see the energy safety is spending, and they see how they're feeling. Hope sees the beach differently than safety does. Instead of seeing all their work being destroyed, what hope sees is what will be there for tomorrow. What will be awaiting them tomorrow, which is a clear slate, a fresh canvas, another perfect opportunity to do all of this again and better. We, people of faith, people of love, people of change, we're not children of safety. We're children of hope. We recognize hope as our parent, as our guiding light. Hope is the thing that shows us the way forward. Hope allows us to take in what is and dream about what could be, to reframe our situation so that we can think about it in a new way, in a different way, maybe in a better way. But I think I've noticed a lot lately that a lot of my brothers and sisters, they don't see hope as their parent. They see safety as their parent, and that's what they want. They want to be safe. They've come to Christ to be safe. But there's no safety here. The safety that Christ does offer us is not here. The safety that Christ offers us is found within our relationship with God, not here. This world is scary. It's terrifying at times. It's confusing. This world is demanding. And it can be painful. But there's no safety from it. There's only the application of hope. And that hope, when we truly apply it, that hope when we really embrace it, when we allow it to become focal in our lives, that hope will convince us that we can move mountains. That hope will convince us that nothing can stand in our way. That hope will convince us that we can build the communities, the families, the societies that we dream of. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray you will see yourself as a child of hope, that you will embrace possibility, that you will embrace what may be, that you'll stop fighting the tide and marvel at all that it will bring. Amen.